up? Welcome back to Doggles Talks. You got myself, Toops. We got Boons here to my right.
What's up?
The Black Prince.
Hey,
the Tongen Prince.
Nah, Black Prince. Black Prince.
We had the beach yesterday.
Tanning hard.
You go and tan. And,
Didn't use the sunscreen.
Also, want to welcome our guest Q. Our man Q is over
Welcome,
here.
Cubes.
Welcome, brother. Welcome
Q.
to
Pleasure.
this
Pleasure to be
episode
here.
of Doggles Talk.
Oh man, the setup is clean, gents. This is an honor to be here.
First question, bit of a tricky one. Coconut crush back in your days, or even nowadays, as they say.
Coconut crush, girl crush. Hopefully she's not watching this, man. But there was a girl, Irene, at church. Never used to go to church, but every time I did go to church, we had, obviously you sit, right? And she was always at the front, and I would sit at the back.
Yo.
Yeah.
And every now and then she'll just turn back, and then I didn't have the guts to go up there and say hi. It was just go there, praise the Lord, and go home. But yeah,
You didn't want to be sinful at
nah, man, nah.
Just out of church in the nightclub.
Yeah, that's the Saturday night before.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Irene, if you're watching this, you're the first one.
Hey,
What about you, Solo? Who
Oh,
was yours?
my crush. I think never really had a coconut crush because I was more into the
Went into the island
Palangi
girls.
girls,
Yeah.
but like Pinatani, the one that
Ooh.
plays league. Oh, she's gorgeous. Eh, if she's watching, jump on our potty if you ever get a
I
chance.
reckon she would hit you in the shoulder. Probably.
Probably.
Oh, Tiana Pinatani. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ooh. For
Boons.
yourself.
Mine's probably. I was the same. I was never really into the island girls, but was into the Palangi girls.
Well,
Oh,
your wife's gonna bet.
Yeah.
Jeez, you
Nah,
got the-
until I met the wife. Nah, before that, but I used to like my Latina girls and Greek girls and European girls. But if it was a coconut crush girl, it was probably Moni Gerard. I used to have a thing for Moni,
Nice.
Used to play
just to play the way she played, and then I don't know, and her looks as well,
Mark
ruthless.
Gerard's sister. Eh?
Yeah,
Mark
that's
Gerard's
right,
sister,
yeah.
Yeah, I used to play for the Wallabies.
Ooh.
Wait, yourself too. Make sure you don't get yourself off guard, G.
Dinah Jane.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
yeah,
She-
yep,
The singer.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what was that? What's that
That's
song?
comfy, man. That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
she's
She's fire, man. She's fire.
What's been happening, Solo? What's been happening?
not a lot, bro. Just work, family, and then rugby's back on. So preseason started. So haven't been. To
What are you
much.
doing? What are you coaching Rezzies or something? Second?
Assistant coach.
Oh,
Rizzy's at Scarborough. So.
Sorry, Q. Before I get back to you, Sola, you're talking about rugby.
Yo,
Hey, I heard a little whisper.
Yo.
You've only got a few more games to hit 100 at colour.
Yes, that is true.
Bro, what?
Oh,
Finish
That
it.
is true. 3 games.
Come
three
on,
games.
So
bro.
you're at 97 games for colour.
97 games. Gee.
Why don't you just get
Why
the
didn't you get the
100,
100?
man?
nah, bro. That's it, man.
Can't.
Wow.
Can't run.
Even just come off the bench for 5 minutes.
That still
Then-
counts.
Yeah, that counts, man.
Go there for 3 weeks.
Far out.
Color hard, man.
Yeah.
You wear colour yourself too, Q?
Yeah. That's where I started. But yeah,
It's good.
rugby.
Question number 2 is coming from me. Church and villages lifestyle for yourself.
Church and villages.
Yes, like your village back home.
So I'm Samoan. My mum's Samoan and my dad's Samoan Japanese. So we're kind of mixed in there. My mum's from the small village in Savai, Kokanga, and my dad's from Laulii. So that in the Samoan, when it comes to there's a bit of a rift between these two villages.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how they met. But yeah, so that's kind of like the church, my kind of background.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
But yeah,
Have you been back to Samoa?
man, I've been there in my mind.
Yeah.
Probably 100 times. But the last time I was there in person was when we went and played sevens. So when I was back at uni, we took a uni team over.
Yeah, nice.
and we got killed. So that was 2002. I'm going to say 2003. That was the last time I went. I've got goals to go back there and take my kids over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, man, that was 2003 was the last time.
Yeah, that's a long time. I'm sitting at 20 years this year. I haven't been back to Tonga.
Wow.
That's after I left school there.
Bro, I think I've been there more times than any of yous, and I'm the most plastic in the room.
That's true. That's true.
Well, that's where you got to go back.
Keep in touch with the roots, eh?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, last time I went back, I went to Tonga was 91.
Sure.
Yeah, gee. I was like 7 years old, gee.
Are you
Full of
even
gold.
Tongan?
I'm only half Tongan. I'm more Tongan than both of you.
Yeah, gee.
Jesus.
Gee. Yeah,
Well,
bro, I don't
you schooled there, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It was good going to school there.
yeah.
I went
Nah,
there to teach English.
that's what I'll send my boys. Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, Q.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Hamilton, New Zealand. So pretty much I'm the
Is
eldest.
that how you know Solar or nah?
Nah, I found him. We
Oh,
yeah, we kind of we
in
grew
Oz,
up,
you found you.
we
Yeah.
grew up together. But I'm the eldest of five.
Yeah.
I grew up born in Auckland, lived in Hamilton for the majority of my life. Went to school at St. John's, and that's where I met Sol. So we played together all the way through. We had the same coach. There's stories there, but we went through the same kind of development squads as well,
Yeah.
through the Waikato. Then Sol went off to play league,
Yeah.
which I thought he should have just stayed there, but then he came back, and then that's how we kind of like continued on. But then then my coach at the time, so I was playing for university, I studied university, and then my coach, who was coaching here in Perth for 1 year, came back and goes, "Hey guys, well, Perth are looking for 3 players, these positions, centre, wing, fullback," and I happened to be in the centres, and we had 2 other Māori brothers,
Yeah.
and they filled those roles, so I just put my hand up and came across. So I came across in 2007. And when we came in 2007, there was hardly any Brown brothers. There was hardly anyone. So
Yeah,
we played for Kalamunda.
Yeah.
And when we came, man, we not to, you know what, I'll say, we killed it. We killed it that year.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
We put Kalamunda on the map with the Brown brothers, with our style of play. It was
Yeah.
free flowing. People were stepping. Dion and DK,
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
2 boys,
Shout out to the
they were
boys.
just steppers.
Shout
So
out.
these guys, we killed it. And then Sol came the next year. This guy came the next year, and that's how we won the comp.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
the only
man.
one that colours won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year was
Damn.
that? 2008.
Yeah,
2008.
2008.
Yeah.
Nice.
So 2008. So since then, it's just been rugby, got married, had kids,
Yep.
and then worked. You know, you do everything. You just start from labouring jobs,
Yeah.
progress, work for the government, work security, work
Yep.
doors,
Yep.
did a bit of FIFO. And then from there, just found things that I didn't really like. So I just took skills that I acquired from those roles. And then started my own business, and then kind of like that's kind of been the progression. So that's where, fast forward to where I am today. That's what I'm currently doing. So I run my own show.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. So with those skills that you were saying, like, what did you just like get sick of? Like, oh man, I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be doing that. But you're taking skills here, there, and everywhere to make that move
Yeah.
to starting that business.
For me, and I think I can. Most of the Pacific Islanders can relate. When you get to a certain age where you just hate being told what to do, especially by young employees who
Yeah,
just
yeah.
started.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an ego thing, but when you have when you're like 30 and
Yeah.
you've got a 20-year-old saying, "Hey, go sweep over there," I'm like, bro, oh hell no. So that's kind of like been accumulation of all that stuff.
Yeah,
Go
bro.
do this, and then I got to the point where, okay, I've got skills here, learn how to sell. I started a podcast as well, so look, salute to the whole setup here,
Yeah.
where I just made a decision. I want to become a millionaire, just be the first brown person in Samoan in my community
Yeah.
to be a multi-millionaire. So I reached out to millionaires here in Perth,
Yeah.
and just one by one, no, and it just took one to say yes.
To take a chance. Eh?
Yeah. And it was that one millionaire that he said, "Hey, look, I see what you're doing for your people. Here's my network of connections. Ring them and then drop my name." So I've sat down with 15, and I've been to their houses. I've sat in their cars. So I've seen that life,
Yeah.
you
right.
know, and it's all just to bring it full circle. The thing that was a bit of a disappointment for me sitting with these guys was they were all Palangis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
brown brothers. I couldn't relate
Yeah.
to any.
Yeah.
So there was only one who was Indian,
Mm.
successful guy. But then I just said, man, I need to break away. I need to start my own kind of. It's like it's great sitting with these guys,
Yeah, right.
but how about we be the first brownie Polynesian for my family
To
and
be
for the
successful,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of like I've seen that life, and so that's
Yeah.
where I kind of stemmed off.
Or as Solo would say, successing full.
Success.
Hey.
Success.
No, that's awesome, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool. Like, I think the most scariest part would be initially taking that leap of faith and stopping that 9 to 5 that's paying the bills, looking after the kids, and actually taking a stab on yourself, eh?
100%, man. I look at it like this, right? Because if our culture and our people can navigate the oceans,
Yep.
man,
Yeah.
they navigated using the stars and and
Yeah.
the waves and the
Yeah.
currents.
Yeah.
We can
Yep.
just learn something off YouTube,
Yeah.
learn how to learn crypto or learn something. We can learn that through other people who's already. We can replicate that. We just need more brownies, and it's kind of frustrating for me because as Brown Pacific boys, we're great at physical stuff.
Yeah.
When it
Yeah.
comes to league rugby, we kill it. We dominate that.
And that's what people really
Yeah.
stereotype.
Yeah.
eh?
But then, once our bodies are done,
Yeah.
we give up.
Yeah.
But our fire is still there.
Yeah.
Like our energy, we just need to convert that energy, that drive, into something more passionate. And for me, it was business. I like the competition of business. I view it as rugby. Like, okay, it's me and you. I train,
Yeah.
like go to training, which is study.
Yeah.
And then we get rejected, which is like, okay, we lost. Like on Saturday, we lost a game. For me, that I view that as rejection. How can I be better? How can I it's just levels of the game. But I think for many of our Polynesian brothers, the fire dies after the game. And I'm just like, if we can just take that same mindset, man, we'll kill it in the business world as well. So, but yeah, man, that's kind of like my input to that.
No, that's cool, bro. It's really inspiring, especially for those that do want to, say, like, get into that sort of thing. Just do it, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
And
that's
there's Brown. Have you guys heard of Low Key?
Yeah.
Bro,
No.
business guy and
Proper streetwear, eh?
proper
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
He's got his
yeah.
Bugatti over
Yeah.
there, so he's killing it in the business world.
Yeah.
And then there's another Fijian brother,
Yeah, the rapper.
the rapper.
Yeah,
he lives in Dubai. So
What's his name? He went to Wesley College.
Sam.
Sam.
Sam,
Oh, yeah,
Runtu,
yeah,
Ru-
yeah,
Sam
yeah, I see.
Yeah,
Runtu,
because
yeah.
remember he started off doing all that promoting stuff. At
Correct.
nightclub in the GC, eh?
Correct. Yeah.
You know, everyone used to hate on him. You know, a good, bro. He is a good-looking dude. You know,
Yeah.
good body,
Yeah.
everything.
Fit,
And he was
yeah.
that promoter, and like that cockiness, man. Look where he is now.
Yeah,
Correct.
That's right.
You know,
Correct,
he
man.
wasn't. He took a stab on himself, and he
Yeah.
wasn't shy about it.
I think that's one thing with the Polynesians. I think because the Polynesians are very humble,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we don't want to stand up too proud. Like, we are proud people, but when
Yeah.
it comes to like us against a white man, we tend to be like, oh, you know. But I think with Sam and with Low Key, Proper, man,
Yeah.
those are good pioneers for our people.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's good too. They're only young, and they didn't want to do that
Yeah.
9 to 5. They took a stab on themselves and actually done it.
For sure.
Yeah. That's right. It's just like taking a stab at this, having a go. You know,
Yeah,
that's
what
that's
it
it,
is.
man. Like,
You know, it's
Love this,
having a
man.
go. You know, we all know if it fails, it doesn't matter. You know, success happens. You have failures along the way
that's it, bro.
to
Yeah,
get
man.
to the top. You know.
Another thing, like with the Polynesians, what do you reckon, Boons, about the haters, eh?
Oh,
Biggest
man.
haters, eh?
I think that's one of the number one reasons. Like, a lot of polys don't get out there and just jump on it because they reach the top and then they just get shut down from our own people.
Yeah,
like,
instead of lifting each other.
yeah,
like,
yeah, that's right.
You know,
Yeah.
there's those polys that out there like, oh man, look at him. What just talking shit, and
Oh,
not even seeing what we're doing or
Yeah.
what others are succeeding at. Being grateful for that, you know.
Yeah.
They always talk them down. It's the same as those ones at church.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
church.
They're like
the
this. Oh,
word.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And, but
Yeah.
next day they're all out there backstabbing, louting everybody.
That's society, eh?
It is. It
It's
is.
society. It's not just us, but it's everybody, I guess. You know.
Sorry, not sorry if we offended.
Man, I think that's the one thing that I'm really good at is just not caring. That
Yeah,
if-
that's what you need,
Yeah.
man.
if you
that's
if
what you really need.
it takes years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once you get to the point where,
Yeah,
like, I'm not sure if we're allowed to swear, but just if everyone,
yeah,
I need to do this for my family. I've got kids to feed.
Yeah.
yeah,
I've got a mum that's ill. I need and she's got hospital cover costs. We've got a mortgage.
Have to look
I
after
have
number
to.
one.
Yeah.
Number
So
one.
you looking at me, judging me, You're,
Yeah.
Bro, that
Yeah.
brings the fire, bro. That's
Yeah.
what that's what
Yeah.
turns the fire up.
Yeah,
But
man.
more just we're just gonna go to another level. Keep
yeah,
hating.
for sure, man. For
And
sure.
you,
That's
said,
what.
you said it before about the failing.
Yeah.
Like, you got to embrace it, eh?
Oh, bro.
You have to
Time,
embrace
man.
failure.
Big time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting because I've sat with a lot of the millionaires who just like this, exactly the same thing, and they've failed. They've gone bankrupt.
Yeah,
they've
that's
gone
what I mean. You
divorced.
have to
I've,
embrace
I've,
it.
I've gone through that. So I've
Yeah.
gone through divorce. I've lost money. You know, I've put all my money on this one venture, lost it all. But I've learnt, right? Okay, not to do that again. Okay, how can we pivot? And a lot of people tend to just use that as, okay, I've lost all my money. I'm going to go back to work.
Yeah, so they give up.
They give up,
Yeah.
right? They give up. They don't take the lessons, or okay, cool. I learned that. You're good at this. How about you've got a skill set?
Yeah.
Let's do something together. I've got a skill set. Let's combine our skills and see what magic we can bring. Like
Yeah.
with the podcast, you three
Yeah.
individually,
Yeah.
but collectively, man, this is amazing. So that's why I'm so privileged and honored to be here, because this is where you guys are pioneering, especially here in WA.
Yeah.
We need more brown brothers to step up and take, just lead the way for the people.
Yeah,
No, that's cool, bro. That's awesome,
true.
mate.
That's
Kind words, bro. Kind words.
Yeah.
My communication skills came from security. Like that's another skill set, man. Like
Yeah.
being able to be to communicate, just to de-escalate the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because even like our husbands and wives,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
we
yeah.
approach them,
Yeah.
if we can just learn how to communicate in a way that they like, they were like, oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's just, man, I think I'm just getting old, man. I think for me, it's just getting old and learning all these things. When my mum has said, hey, you don't know until you have your own kids. And I said, I'll never have my own kids. Now I have my own kids.
How old are your kids?
I've got 4. So I've got 3 girls and a boy.
Nice.
My youngest is 3.
Yep.
And then I've got 3 daughters. Oh man, you're putting me on the spot here, D. Jesus. We've got 10, 9, and 14.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my crew.
So the girls are the older ones?
Yeah.
Yep.
The girls are the older ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
So all the girls would be like turning 21 with their attitudes, or
Man,
how's that
tell you
work?
what. Do we have girls here?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got an older girl.
Okay, because
Oh,
you
girls.
need to share some wisdom here, man.
It doesn't stop.
Nah,
Polynesians.
It doesn't stop. The
Wait, I
attitude.
want to ask the question: are we married to Polynesian girls or
My wife's Māori.
Māori?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Polynesian.
Polynesian?
Yeah, I'm married to Polynesian girl.
Tongans?
Half Tongan, half Aussie.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
yours?
Aussie Māori.
Yeah, see, mine's Egyptian, Aussie, my ex
Yeah.
with my kids, and then my new missus, she's Greek. So yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah, yep.
I'm like so I tried the brown
Yeah.
when I was the girlfriends,
Yeah.
but it got to like, are we related or?
Yeah.
So then I went
Don't
I went the
get
snow
too
bunnies. I had to go to the snow bunnies.
That's dangerous. Eh?
Yeah,
That's
man.
dangerous.
But yeah, that's kind of like my situation.
Have you got any fresh pickup lines?
close.
Got any fresh pickup lines?
Bro, no.
None. Surely you were Mr. Cupid, or did you just
Yeah.
fire
Nah,
the
just-
arrow? Got any pickup lines there,
Oh,
Solomon?
bro, my pickup line, obviously everybody knows. My nickname. So how it became Tongen Prince is when I left high school, went to Hautapu, and I was like, probably I was one of the only Tongans there, and then one of the white boys goes, oh, you know what? I might give you a nickname. He goes, what's that? Tongen Prince. Why is that? Because you're the only Tongan here, bro. So ever since that day, this was 2003. Ever since that, I just went along with it. And I used to go out in town, in each town.
Tongen
You
Prince.
know
Run
that
amok.
Tongen
Prince.
Run amok.
Run amok.
Run
gee.
amok.
Oh,
This
gee.
guy.
So that's
Did any of them think that you were related to the royal family? Like, oh yeah, that's my dad.
Nah, not
Think
really.
he's
I
my
think
dad.
they just knew. They just go, oh, are you sure? But I was quite good looking back then, but you know. Nah.
Skarks back there,
Bro,
eh?
There was this-
Shucks deluxe.
When I was at school in Tonga, like all these older Tongan boys, they were funny. Like they used to teach us like bad pickup lines.
Oh,
eh?
hey.
So you know, like if you're eating,
Yeah.
and then say you're just using your hands, and you see like a chick walk past, a Tongan girl walk past, and you just go to them, hey, wow, huhu hena. You know, because like in Tongan, huhu means like fork,
Yeah,
but
gotcha.
it also means, you know,
Yeah.
the susu as well.
Susus as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write that one down.
So that's what we used to say. We were like, hey, tahine, wow, huhu hena. We were like, you know, have you got a fork? But really, we were thinking about something else.
Different kind of fork.
Different form. That was our pickup line, dogs.
Oh, smooth.
Bro,
boys.
what
Oh.
about you, Q? You got any?
Oh man, when I went out in Brisbane, and this is quite recently, man, I've got an alias. So I,
Oh,
Don't let it out now.
Don't let it
oh
out
man,
now.
it's too late, man.
Bond,
No,
James.
almost, man. Because I used to give out my fake Instagrams, made fake Instagrams,
Yeah.
and they go, "Oh, what's your name?" I said, "Lorenzo."
Lorenzo.
Exactly. I know. And then they go, oh, "Okay, so Lorenzo," and then my pickup line was, "Excuse me, miss, let me improve your life." Just like that. And then she'll look at me and say, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going to say Q. Lorenzo." And then they go, "Oh, Lorenzo." And then they, "Oh, Lorenzo." And then it got to the point where my sisters like to filter through the girls before we meet.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, who's this one?" And then they go, "Q, when are you going to tell your real name? Because eventually they're going to they want to know what your real name's." And I'm like, "Well, until we get to that stage, right? It's just fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But until I find her quite serious and I meet her side of the family, I say, 'Hey, look, baby girl, my name's not actually Lorenzo.'" So that we've had a lot of situations there where I had to try and maneuver around situations. I look, I trust you now. And so
You're
with
in my circle.
exactly. So you have to for Moose, baby girl, look,
Yeah.
I trust you. I want to let you know I'm not Lorenzo.
But they wouldn't trust you after that.
Nah,
Surely
exactly.
a lot of them, yeah.
But yeah, so that's
Yeah.
we're still working on that one.
Was there any rebounds? Like, oh, my name's not Amy.
Oh, man.
Did you?
I probably have, probably have, but yeah, Jesus.
Bro, have you ever
What's
had
this?
these?
Peanut ruffs.
Nah, man.
Peanut ruffs. You've been to the islands and you went to school there, you know this is the breakfast stocks.
Hey.
I went to the Kiwi shop today and I was like, oh, I seen them, mate. I haven't had these since I left there for school.
Oh,
Bust
yeah.
them open, bro.
Hey,
I brought them
hard.
in, so have a try, tell me what you think, pass it around. So
Is
that
this-
was our breakfast, like. I
So
would
it
go-
feels like...
Crunchy.
Nah, it feels like... what's these chips?
Twisties,
Twisties. But it smells like...
peanuts.
Yeah,
Peanuts.
peanuts.
Peanut butter.
So
We're doing a food review, like snack reviews.
those were like the bomb in Tonga, eh? That was like a breakfast, like
Yeah?
we'll get half a loaf of bread,
Bro, not
rip
bad.
it open, and then tip, like, because they came in the small packets, and then we'll tip it in to that half a loaf of bread, boom, smash that. That was breakfast.
The aftertaste is like a peanut butter.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
different, eh?
Yeah.
That, and there's another chip called bongo.
Yeah,
They're in the purple
yeah,
packet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the green one, they used to have
Yeah,
green
the
ones
green
too,
one was
yeah,
the
yeah.
chicken flavor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I seen those. I was like, fuck, I'll bring them in tonight. See what you think.
Oh, yeah, save for the drive home.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Why say for the drive?
Nah, yeah.
What do you reckon?
Nah, I'm alright.
What do you reckon?
D, you can have them. Not me, man. Not me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. They're like, oh nah, it's got a.
It's
funny-
different, yeah.
Yeah,
funny
it is
taste.
different. That's the thing.
But like even like if you go to all the shops in the islands, they've got these. They like even Samoa, Fiji, they got them all. eh?
Oh, yo.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Samoa?
Nah, I
Anyone's
do.
ever been to Samoa? No.
I do want to go though. I do
Yeah,
want to go.
beautiful.
Yeah, I
man.
don't.
I think I'd want to
really
go
want
there first on a
Bro,
holiday.
their tourism, Tonga's tourism is so behind, though.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Samoa's up there. I haven't been to Fiji, but
Oh, Fiji's.
I heard Fiji's up there.
Yeah.
Cook Island's up there.
Yeah.
For some
I
reason,
heard-
Tonga.
I heard Fiji's coming down though because of the drugs that's going over there.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The
yeah,
drugs
yeah.
are pretty bad.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
so
Drugs in the islands, like, even in Tonga, man,
Yeah.
it's real bad.
Really?
I know we
Yeah.
got any Tanganis out there. Any of the Fijian brothers want to jump on and come sit
Oh,
down with
yo,
us
hard.
and
yeah, man.
share our
Oh, yeah.
Fijian stories?
Jura's here in a couple of weeks, eh?
Are they?
Jura.
Are they playing the force?
Yeah. Might give a shout out. See if we can get somebody on.
Are you playing for them?
No. Well, somebody's working with them, so
Yeah.
you might
But you got connections in the force, man.
give him a good
Yeah.
call. Oh, he's working with them because they come next week. I think they come.
Wait, are there any polys in the force? Are there any Polynesian?
There's a few this year, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
A few good signings.
Oh, okay.
Don't really
See,
watch them
Sam's
follow.
son's gone over with the under 20s, eh?
Oh,
He flew out today for the force under 20s.
oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's good.
He should do it, right, eh?
Yeah.
No, he will, man. He's got to put on a bit of size.
Yeah.
But he'll
But
go
like
right.
to not be, he hadn't played. He was playing AFL
Yeah.
for ages,
Yeah.
for years, and then just to come back to rugby, like what, 2-3 years ago,
Yeah.
2 years ago or something.
Yeah. Last year he played because he played that one game of Colts, I think, for
Yeah.
Pally.
Yeah, and then he played reserves,
And then he got put up to reserve straight away. But that was a bummer that he hurt himself in the semi-finals against Colour last year
Oh, did
at
they?
Pally. Yeah.
What
And
position is he?
Fullback.
Wing.
Fullback.
Wing.
Stepper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got a real
yeah.
Oh,
hot step,
yeah,
man.
he's- yeah.
Man, like they just had that touch. Oh, you would
Yeah,
have seen him.
state titles. State
State
titles.
titles.
Yeah, that was good.
He was. I seen all his highlights. He looked really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, we have got a personal one there, Q, just to ask.
Hit me, man.
About your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mind
yeah.
telling us?
Yeah, I think it's this is when we had this conversation prior to
Yeah.
me coming, it was something that I didn't want to address, and I think mental health is a huge issue in our
Yeah,
culture.
oh, 100%.
And I think a lot of Polynesians tend to
Shy away.
from it 100%. So just to give you, I'm the eldest. Excuse me, I'm the eldest of 5. My brother, he has always been the troublemaker back home. So right now, so I'm 40 years of age. My sister under me is 35. My brother would have been 32, and then I've got 2 twin sisters under him. So my brother, he's always been the one that played up. You know, I've always got that one brother that played up, and he hung around with the wrong crew. And hanging around with the wrong crew, he took drugs.
Yeah.
And my family have a history of mental health, schizophrenia. There's bits where I've kind of encountered it myself, but for him, he did the drugs, and it kind of exacerbated it, made it worse.
Yeah.
So with that, back in 2010, I think it was, cops would keep getting caught to the house, break into cars, and all that stuff. So my mum said, "Hey, go stay with me, and try and sort him out."
Over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came here, and it got worse. Like, yeah, it got worse. I couldn't control it, so we went back to mum, and we sent him back to mum. I think mental health is massive, right? Because when he got back to mum, he hung around with the bad crew, and then cops got involved. Cops chased him, and then he jumped off the bridge. And from there, when he jumped off the bridge, I'm not too sure if you guys know where Hamilton is, but Fairfield Bridge. I jumped off. There would happen to be a jet ski, person on a jet ski just going down up and down the river. He saw someone jump off, land in the water, came up, resurfaced. He saw the hand go up, and the jet ski, by the time he turned around, my brother had gone back down again.
Yeah. Right.
And that's where we lost him. So he stayed down.
Wow.
And then a couple of days later, he washed up. He washed up on the side of the bank, and he got caught. And then my mum got a call. We weren't sure if it was him because of the water. And
Were they searching for him,
They,
or did he just? Walk?
he was reported. Yeah, he was reported. But then I don't know the actual details of it.
Yeah.
But a couple of days later, he washed up, and then the only way that they could identify him was he was wearing a Kalamunda shirt.
Oh,
So because my brother used to play for Kalamunda,
Mm.
when so that's where they confirmed it was him, and yeah, man, it's just a massive thing. But it's a thing for me personally. I've gone through mental health,
Yeah.
and especially when you're going through my situation. I've been divorced, right? So you're alone, and then a lot of our men Polynesians don't like to speak out like this.
Yeah.
I find this absolutely refreshing
Yeah.
being here
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's easier for me to just let it out.
Yeah.
But most of the time, when we go back to our cars and when we go back home, we're alone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so for me, divorce gone through that, right? So my kids are separate, and I have to kind of negotiate that with my ex, which is great. But then leaving my 9 to 5, that comfort zone of the security.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how am I going to get money, right? Because
Yeah.
you're working for yourself.
Yeah.
So you're stressing. That's added. Okay, bills come here. Okay, I'm waiting for this client to pay me. He's struggling. Should I go back to 9 to 5, and we have to keep going. So you're constantly, for me, it's just constantly pressure upon pressure. And then having worked in the hospital, like for the government, I've worked in Royal Perth. I've worked around. I had to restrain people who were mentally.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
kicking off. Oh, they were kicking. So I had to restrain them. So I got to experience the legal side of it as an employee.
Yeah.
But then walking away from that job, I got to experience it for myself, having family members with mental health, having myself struggling to motivate myself to get through, to show up, and to on social media look like I'm the man.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but behind the scenes,
yeah.
like bills are piling up.
Yeah.
But you still got to put up that front. So that's I think for a lot of Polynesians out there, it's really important to surround yourself with brothers.
Yeah.
I'm going to say brothers, like not brothers and sisters, like brothers, men, like brown brothers who can actually relate to you in some way, right? And then it's important for the brothers just to keep it tight, because I think for me, what I found was when I go back to my girlfriend or when my partner, for me, relying on her emotionally and trying to unfold, release my emotions on her, she can't take that stress, man.
Because she obviously got her stuff.
She's got her stuff, right? She's got the kids. But if you can come to a community, if you meet up, and that's why we meet up, and that's why for me it's been such a huge an incentive for me, having sat with the millionaires, because my little problems, they're getting bankrupt at millions and millions. I don't have millions, but they're bankrupt at that. So their stress levels up here, and here are my little problems. And so when I go to them, I go, hey man, this is what I'm feeling, and they go, Q, completely understand. I know you're going through a divorce, and you're going for a separation courts and all that stuff. Here's what I suggest you do. We'll get together, come hang with me, and you know, let me guide you through that. No cost, but just come, and that's what you need. Just a
Bit of
mentor.
mentorship.
Correct, man. Like a coach. You know, we've got coaches in rugby. We need a coach in life as well, but a coach who actually cares for you. So the guys that I don't pay them at all, but they relate to you.
Absolutely.
So if there's anything I want to relay onto the our community out there, man, is just find people who have gone through what you're going through. If you've gone through a divorce, go speak to someone, a brown brother who's gone through that. Because they'll be able. Because if you're going through, if you're multi-millionaire and I'm not, I can't relate to you.
Yeah.
But if we're on the same up, then hey Q, this is what I did at your stage. Let's do it together. Or hey Soul, this is where you are. Man, I remember that. I remember when I left my 9 to 5. It's freaking stressful. I couldn't sleep. And there's been temptations for me to go back to the security of 9 to 5. Not saying that it's for everyone. I'm just saying that for me, I've got a goal, and that's where my nickname is Swag. A swag is someone with a goal. And that's what it is. And
That's gangster. I like
and that's why whenever I dress as swag. Whenever I talk, I talk as swag. I rock, and that's my persona online, right? But behind the scenes, I want to be transparent. Is that it's swag on the front? I'm out there killing deals, and I'm out there but I'm stressing. I'm stressing, and I'm going to be real. And I've got kids. I've got my son who needs me. I've got my daughters as well. So I'm just trying to balance everything.
Out.
But on social media, you look at me. I've been sitting down millionaires, and we're upsetting their cars. It's just there as a facade, right? So I want to be transparent, but I want everyone to understand that it's hard.
It's still hard work.
It's hard. It's hard yakka. So respect to everyone who's going through mental health, and my advice to any of the Polynesian brothers out there. Surround yourself with people like this, you know, with the community of Brown Brothers Polynesian specifically, church leaders. If you follow God, I'm a big believer in God. Now, there's so many times where I just rock up to church just for girls, but now as I get older, I've really leant on God as a man. I've walked off so many times. I've just I can't do this, man. I need someone's help. So I've reached out to and Soul. When it's good to have that support network there. So, but yeah, that's kind of been my story. But yeah, I do struggle with mental health.
It's a big thing these days. Like, you know, especially for our kids. It's like for the generation now. Like for us growing up, we never got diagnosed with ADHD or anxiety, depression, and that. We always just got told, stop being stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Harden up or
stop being stupid.
Move on.
So that's what we had to do, is obviously we just thought it was being stupid. But now seeing it, you know, because I know it's pretty, mental health is, here in Australia, it is really looked at big time.
And there's so many avenues for it now, you know, like it's everyone is aware of it, you know, and there's sometimes people just can't reach out and just do that, and need to be like Q, and like you need brothers to just sit
lean
down to lean to, you know, and not like strangers, you know, that that will listen to you, you know, and you need brothers that will be there, you know, to listen to your stories, and or people that are going through the same thing, you know, brothers as well, you know.
Because the mental health side of things in New Zealand's not really looked after, eh?
And it's bad. The suicidal rate in New Zealand, I think, is like the second highest in the world.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the youth workers over in NZ, you know, doing our thing, trying to look after our youth. But I think, you know, maybe the government needs to help them more, you know.
Yeah, but that's even the youth here in Australia too, you know.
Yeah.
Man.
I think the onus comes back to the parents, right? Because I'm not too sure if you guys watched that. Did you hear about that parent who smacked that other kid because that kid was bullying his daughter?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that online.
saw-
In
saw
Adelaide
online?
or something, I think.
Yeah.
Man, he whoppied her.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah. But see, this is my view on this. I'm not too sure if you guys agree on it, but you know, it's this is part of the discussion. I tell my kids, my girls, we don't bully, but we don't get bullied.
Yeah.
That's my standpoint. So if I get caught to school that you punch someone, I'm going to take you to Macca's.
Yeah.
We're going to celebrate.
100%, man,
I'm taking you to Macca's.
I'm
We're
the
going to
same,
celebrate.
bro.
Yeah.
But if I get caught to school that you've been bullying,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to high five to the ass.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure.
Because I 100% believe, having been in the industry, security and mental health, when I was working for I've seen young kids come through. And I've seen young kids online with the
that's the
words.
worst.
It's just, hey, you're so ugly, you're so ugly. So what I'm saying with as girls, I know we've all got daughters and we've got young ones. Specifically, I'm very stringent on that. Girls, if you get bullied at school, 1, 2, 3, that's it. No, I warned you once. Like, hey, look, if you keep bullying me, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's your warning.
Yeah.
Come again? Okay, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If I get called to school, Mr. Tufoua, your daughter's been in a fight. Babe, what do you want? It's on me. Like that. That's how I sound.
Yeah.
But if I get caught again, hey, Mr. Tufoua, your daughter's actually been bullying this one, and then she's also been bullying that one, then we're gonna have an issue. That's my standpoint on that. So yeah, that's kind of like
Yeah, I'm 100% with that too, man.
not saying that I promote violence.
No,
and
no,
I
I'm
not
with
condone.
that. I'm with
I
that.
just promote self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I condone. Yeah.
And then if your dad says something, I'll slap his dad too. What?
Yeah, we tend to look at the parents. Where's the dad then?
Yeah,
Where's the dad?
Yeah. So mental health, guys, man, vital, especially for our kids, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Our kids.
I went over to Bangkok to the Tens. And man, that charity that the boys are running for those kids, and best thing I've seen, like just seeing all those the little Thai kids, playing rugby, so good, man. Like those boys used to play for colour as well.
I think they're playing fourth grade. I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so they invited me over to join them to play for that Naku team. It was it was really good, man.
Yeah.
Is it just a charity for like just kids in
So
Thailand with
that
not
one-
much or something?
That one charity, it's called the Naku Charity, and the international tens, whatever's raised for that tournament goes towards these kids for their schooling, food, water, and all that. And they've set up like I think maybe 2 or 3 different scholarships for international schools in Thailand, in Bangkok, to actually put these kids through scholarships and give them scholarships and put them through school. So the things those boys are doing, man, like it's so good. Like that again for the mental health side of things. Like those kids over there wouldn't know what mental health is, and to see our people working over there with the kids over there, like they're actually making moves for not just people like their families at home, but everyone. Was
How long is that tournament? That tens.
Saturday, Sunday. Just a 2-dayer.
Oh, nice.
So the kids kick off at I think 7 in the morning to 11:30, and then the seniors kick off from 11:30 to like 6 in the Arvo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and what a weekend, eh?
Good experience, eh?
Yeah,
Good experience.
I didn't wake up with a tiger in my bathroom.
Shout out to Mike Tyson, bro.
That was good. I'm definitely gonna run it back, eh? Definitely gonna run it back. Clout or gout?
Gout.
Don't say gout, man. I'm getting over my gout. Man. Getting over that.
Have we got
man.
a clout or gout story, bro?
A success story, bro, or a fail story?
Oh, success in what
Anything.
context? And,
Anything, bro. Anything.
A clout moment, or is it a gout moment?
to be honest, man, and I'm not trying to be like Kisas here. This here is a win moment for me.
Nice.
Wow,
Thank you.
This
Nice,
here is a
thank you.
win moment.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
straight
you.
up. I'm not trying to be kisasi or I'm just being. It's refreshing, like I said, to come into a room of like men who have just doing something different.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of stuff over east. The Poly boys doing their stuff over there, and to hear and to be invited to come to this, man, it's look, salute to all three of you, man. And that's why I say when I first heard when Sol invited me, he goes, "Q, it's called Docs Talks." I'm like, bro, okay, first off, the name is sexy, all right? Let's just and then he's like, okay, then we got a cover bowl. I was like, you guys, if you guys don't keep doing this, I'll freaking be disappointed, man. So that's my being here, man, is a clout moment for me.
Solid, bro. Thank you for that.
That's
Thanks, bro.
awesome.
Solid.
That's actually good to hear. I don't really have a gout moment, like I said before.
So you celebrating again?
Yeah.
Are you pregnant?
I think it's just him being here,
Yeah.
like joining, because we grew up from back in Hamilton. Never thought in a million years that we would be here in the podcast.
Boom. Surely.
Come on,
Surely.
please.
Bro. We know the gout stories.
That's nearly every week.
No, I've got medication for that now. Having a healthy family,
Nice.
if it's
Nice, yeah.
and happy, healthy family.
I need to have a chat to you afterwards on how do you get rid of your gout. I've got gout, like literally just coming out of it. So we have a chat.
Oh,
We have a chat. Tell me your secrets, man.
I'm like the chemist, bro. Like,
Oh, nice.
everyone comes and sees me for
Chemist
the
Warehouse.
Yeah, man, I got everything, whatever you need, bro. I got it.
Shout out to the pharmacies.
What about you, Dion?
What about you, D?
Mine's probably a bit of a clout moment, eh?
Oh,
While I was over in Bangkok, caught up with Nelly Latu.
yeah,
Used to play for Ikaretahi. Caught up with him. He plays for the Asian Cavs, and we were having our court session, and he was leaving, and he came, he said bye. I said, "Hey, Toko, where's your playing jersey?" And then he gave me his playing jersey. He goes, "But it needs to be washed." And then he gave it to me. It was still wet and it stunk. It was sweaty, but nah.
But you
Shout
got
out.
it?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
it. I got his playing jersey.
nice.
So,
I got a story about Nilly. Nilly.
Nelly, are you listening?
Nilly. We when we were at Waikani University, because he played for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And we him, Sosena Nisi, Lawaki, Sauce, yeah, those guys, Sitiveni,
Yeah.
that crew. We invited them over to our house. We had a bub because Samoan girls knew Sauce, and they were all in love with Sauce. So Sauce, so the girl said, "Oh, Sauce, having a party, come over." Sauce obviously brought Lawaki, bro, all the big boys, Nilly, and then we went out. We all went out at the end of it, but Nilly stayed because there was we had a housemate who was, kind of, they were just chatting at the background, and. We went back. I came back home the next morning. I came out to make a cup of tea, and Nearly walks out of her room. So I'm not sure if he's, if he's married or what. But this was back in the day when it was the prime of the.
Docs was still when
He would have been single.
He
He
would
would
Yeah,
have been
it was
single.
definitely
then.
single
He
times,
would have been
bro.
single.
And I was like, this guy coming out. So yeah, the man. But yeah, that Chiefs team back then was stacked. Lawaki and man, they were stacked.
Yeah, fuck, they couldn't get it over the line, eh? They didn't get
Wax.
over
He was
till-
the man, eh?
yeah.
Wax.
Bro.
Didn't get over till
R.I.P. to Wax, man.
There was when
Sonny came
when
over.
Sonny Bill came in.
2013,
Yeah.
14.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
when they
That's
finally
when
they
got
got
it
it,
over.
yeah.
That's when they finally got
Yeah.
over.
but then they've gone, eh? Those boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're gone.
Because there was Roy Kini Lau. That was that crew.
Oh,
that-
shout out to Roy.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Roy.
Roy. Kinny Lau.
Yeah, Roy. It was
Shout
that.
out to Roy.
W8 Tongen
Yeah, he played for us in our Masters.
Oh,
team,
did he?
so yeah.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. That
He got sniped too in the
Yeah,
hammy.
he
Hey?
did. He
On
got
our first
sniped,
game.
gee.
Chuck Norris was sitting in a tree somewhere and he sniped my calf and then he sniped Roy's hammy. First game we both come off injured. Eh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I tore my calf and he blew out his hammy. Yeah, well, Roy. Shout out, Roy.
Shout out, Roy.
Bro. Shout out.
Roy,
Hey,
jump on.
Jump on when you come back.
Bro, just before we wrap up, there, Q. If what would you tell yourself 20 years ago?
20 years ago. 20 years ago,
What sort of advice would you give your...
man, I'll be 10.
Ten, one, ten, two.
Bad. To be honest, is just 10 years ago, I would have just told myself to listen, to actually listen to my parents and not be so serious.
Yeah.
Like now, like just if I would have been so serious with life and being so just driven, like there is a point where you have to be that driven. But for me, it got to the point where I was just like that angry guy, you know. And you know, it's all good going out in the business, and that's what I say to my life. Just reflecting back, it's all good going out there and being that guy, you know, on the field, killing. But they don't want that guy when you come home.
Yeah.
You know,
that's right.
they don't want that guy.
No.
So I'm just saying, just man, when you're out there, do your thing. But when I'm home, bro, relax, man.
Yeah.
Don't add to the stress of the house and just enjoy the journey. So yeah, man, just listen to my parents more and don't be so serious.
I've got one for you. So any like tips for young Polynesians or just Polys together that want to go ahead and like just push for a business and you know, like, do you have any?
First and foremost, networking. So this is great.
Yes.
Hang with Polynesian boys, and like identify Polynesian boys who want better, right?
Yeah.
Who want better. I know some of the poly boys out there, they're set like FIFO or like they've got their 6-figure drops. So they're happy,
Yeah.
right? But you can't, like my brother. Just to go back on that, as much as I try to fix them, you can't if they don't want it. Then there's no point you trying to force it on them, right? So for me, I had to go through a separation. That was my trigger, right? Okay, I'm over this. I hate being told what to do at work. So if you're like me, where you're going through a hard time and you hate being told what to do, hey, go clean there. Hey, I need you to go over there now. No, but I'm on break. No, go now. Or go to your boss who's like I'm 40 and my boss is like 30. Hey boss, can I get some time off? I hate asking for another man. So I'm not saying that's for everyone. If you're like me, if that's you, and if you're watching this and you can resonate with that, there's other ways to do it. But don't do it by yourself, right? Don't do it by yourself. Like find other people, find a network of men, Pacific Island men, and other successful men, and just mirror it, man. It's just YouTube. Use YouTube. Don't YouTube. Use Instagram. Not to scroll, but learn. Like download the video. Okay, this is how they market. This is how they're confident on camera. Communication. So all skills. Everything. Like I said to my daughters, everything can be learned.
Nice, bro.
Nice.
But yeah.
Awesome, bro.
That's, one more thing. Just shout out to D.
Yeah, to the Mahe family over in Griffith. We lost one of our Tongan master boys, cousin. Yeah, that's a tough one. Lenny, Purple Rain all day.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Charlotte.
sorry, boys.
Shout out, Lenny.
Got me a
Wherever
little
you
bit.
are, if you're here with us.
Got me a little bit emotional there. Had to like hold back the tears, but
Shocked you with that one, eh? Thanks again, Q, for
Thank you. Q.
jumping on, bro.
Man, it's an absolute pleasure, boys. Thank you so much, man.
appreciate it. Shh, where
Make
is it?
sure.
Talks. Well, absolute
sure
pleasure over here. Over that side. Representing PNG over here.